Hello guys and welcome to the Fire Ant Week 10. I've missed a few updates, but basically we now have an outworld and today we're going to be feeding them so I can show you guys how quick and how aggressive they actually respond. This is week 10 and as you can see the broods are piling up. There are so many ant babies on their way. We have the queen going around hiding right in there. And we do also starting to see quite a few majors actually hanging around in here. Yep, one right there. So yeah, today we're going to be feeding them because it is feeding day. And I am of course feeding this colony 3 times a week. This is the protein and sugar and let's get it started. And a few minutes later, I have officially fed them. Now this food has been in here for less than a minute. But let's see how long it actually takes for the colony to really start noticing it. I am giving them quite a bit of protein here, as you can see, but yeah, let's see what they do. Also, we have some blue sugar right here, and that is, of course, the blueberry sugar snaps from Ant Antics, as well as this colony, by the way, is from Ant Antics. Now, normally I would use one of these antimatter liquid feeders sold by Antimatters and Aesthetic Ants, but because I want to show a little bit of how many workers actually come out, well, I've decided not to. Also, I actually tried gluing this outworld back when I got it because I wanted to make it fire ant safe. And as you can see, the glue have worked quite nice around the corners. But something really weird happened. Even though I had this lid off, something really weird happened with the chemicals inside the glue. So it's all misty now to look inside. But of course, when they get in their forever home, I will remove the lid when I'm actually feeding or when I'm actually doing this gluing. And I did let the glue, the outworld stay quite a few days without, with plenty of ventilation before actually moving the ants inside. But let's see how long it takes for the colony to really start going out with the big numbers. It is now around 15 minutes later, and in here you can see a lot of fire ants are out. So I actually saw something quite interesting the other day when I was feeding. That with protein they went a little bit happy, but when I gave them sugar water, okay, I've given them way too much this time, but when I gave them sugar water, they went absolutely nuts. So you can see already now that we do have quite a few workers, 40 workers out here maybe, quite a few. And yeah, so it's also time to do a little bit of an update on the colony itself. So because we have not updated on the colony for quite a few weeks. Of course, we have some major here, which is super nice to see. I can't really come in here and clean this anymore. Annoyingly, I have an identical sized tube. Just doesn't fit. It's a little bit bigger. So I've had to just tape it to be sure, because it's fire ants. Also, this leg has arrived today, so yeah, it's from today. But in here, we have the fire ant colony. And how are they doing? Well, I think by all of the eggs you can see down here, they are doing extremely well. Looking around in here is just an insane amount of brood, and they are for sure going to have a big explosion quite soon. The queen is happily still alive. It's quite funny that she's never on the brood. She's always near the nest exit actually, which is a little bit interesting. But also the water over here has run out. It is all dry. That's why I've given them a new test tube, which in the beginning they used this as a garbage tube, but it seems, and they've pulled a lot of cotton, but it's still very thick. Something to keep an eye out for. But what I always find most interesting with this fire ant colony is actually looking from beneath. Because from beneath you can of course see that the water turned, it didn't turn pink, but the cotton turned pink, but that was before, or just as it all ran out. But you can see right here, there are so many larvae, quite a few pupae as well, and even more pupae. So yeah, the colony is on a road of explosion. I mean, all of these are there. You can even see the major larvae. You can even also see the eggs here on the sides. Sorry for the shakiness, but wow. It's going to be scary quite soon with this colony. That is for sure, because wow, there's a lot of eggs, a lot of larvae, and a lot of pupae as well. And again, this is a colony that's only 10 weeks old. They were boosted with around 15 larvae and stuff like that. So, I mean, they maybe realistically would be 1 or 2 weeks behind. But still, this is around 10 weeks old colony with workers, meaning, well, 16-week-old colony in total since the queen flew. Talking about the queen, I think she's getting a little bit confused with all of the lights. So I think it's about time to end this little update. Again, just like I said here, we are feeding sugar snaps from Ant Antics. The colony was kind of donated by Ant Antics. And they're living in a Wakooshi Venus mini connected to a Wakooshi S2 Outworld. It's not the smallest one, but it's not any of the big ones either. And as you can see in here, there's actually a lot of action going on in here now. It's lovely, it's scary. It's already now getting quite a little bit more annoying to actually go in and clean all of this food out, because yeah, they are happily living inside the roaches when I'm taking them out, just like Tetromorium Baccarinatum often do. But yeah, you can just see there's a lot of workers in here, so they won't be fun for much more longer. But for now, they're very fun to keep because they entertain you very much. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in next week's video. Maybe. We'll see. Bye.